We're now joined by the coach of the Catawba Indians, and Jim Gant. And Coach, this was a game that you had to grind out in this one. You had to use a bunch of different pitchers in this contest, but you guys were able to stick to it. What did you think of how your guys were able to approach the plate against the conference's pitcher of the year?
Well, it's very difficult. We were just trying to get good pitches to hit if he threw us one and maybe get a mistake. I thought the first inning could have been a big difference in that game, but he's so good. He held us to 2 runs there. We got a couple balls through the infield. We were trying to lay off the high fastball because he knew he'd throw his breaking pitch behind that. But he's just good, and there's nothing to it other than try to wait him out and hopefully he gets tired and gets something up late. And fortunately, it worked out for us, but we were pretty nervous about having to face him.
I have to talk about Jackson Raper for a second. I'm not sure if you know this. Probably your team doesn't know this. His last 4 SAC tournament games, he's now 13 for 17 with 12 RBIs. What have you seen from him this season and particularly tonight?
Well, he really focuses in the tournament, it seems like. I think he likes hitting here. He's had a great year for us. He's played well defensively. He's always a threat at the plate. He's a good hitter. He can hit the ball the other way. If Lincoln Memorial didn't win the tournament last year, if we'd have won it, I'm pretty sure he'd have been the MVP of the tournament. Jackson would have been, but since we lost, he didn't win it. So, but yeah, he had a great tournament last year, and hopefully he can keep that going for a few more days.
I have to ask you about 2 decisions that you made, not to second guess, but just when you look at it from a stats perspective, you bring in Caleb Link in the 7th inning to face Tusculum's top hitter, and then you bring in Dylan Wilkinson, and both end up panning out for you. What went into those 2 decisions?
Well, Link has good stuff, and if we have an Achilles heel, we got many of them, but our biggest one's probably a left-handed matchup out of the pen. We do have Hunter Shepard that we could have used there, but he hasn't thrown, and Caleb's the best matchup against a left-hander because everything goes away from him. He's not a low 3/4 guy, but his arm slot just gets some sink to it, and that was the best matchup we felt like we had. And then Dylan, Petit hadn't seen any breaking balls from Hall. He just didn't see the spin on him, so we felt like switching it to the other side, maybe just giving us a better chance there would help. But Dylan's got a great eye, and he's a good patient hitter. He's a big guy, but he is a good patient hitter.
Love the confidence you have in your guys, Coach. Congrats on the win. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
That's Jim Gant down there on the field.